I don't know. I think I find shake weights a little bit too disturbing for my taste. Well, it's Friday. It's time for my weekly fitness vlog. And this morning I clocked in at 222 even. I know I only lost 0.2 pounds, but the Renpho scale that I use says I gained a lot of muscle mass, so I guess it's a good trade-off. That's a good sign, really. I wouldn't mind losing 0.2 pounds a week if it meant that I was adding quite a bit of muscle mass. And I'm still not drinking enough water. But 222 isn't necessarily bad from my perspective. Sure, I want to lose more fat mass, but, I wouldn't mind gaining muscle. But what I need to do is start drinking more water. I try to make a conscious effort to drink 32 ounces before lunch, 32 ounces before dinner, and then 32 ounces before bed. However, in the afternoon it's kind of hard to remember. And I also need to start focusing on curbing on some of my nightly snacking. I'm not snacking as bad as I used to, but I'm still having way too many sugar and carbs before bed. I want to try to reduce my carb intake after 6 p.m., but I'm not sure how well that'll work. Recently I signed up with Zoosk just to see what kind of women I could meet. Out of all the messages I've sent and all the smiles and likes and views from the same women over and over and over, the only ones that has actually sat down and chatted with me was some bisexual who wanted to add me into a meat sandwich with a girlfriend. But since she looked like my brother, I turned down the invitation. So the way the system works is that in order to send messages, you have to be a member. In order to reply to messages, you have to be a member. So if women don't sign up, they can't respond to you. That is, unless you pay the extra $10 a month just so that other people are guaranteed to be able to respond to you, which winds up doubling it from 60 to 120 for 6 months. That I don't have any money for. I guess that's what you get when you invest in online dating. I'm not really bummed out about not meeting anybody though. I'm more bummed out about losing the $60. I'm not a desperate person who'll just jump in bed with anybody. My tastes are a little bit more picky. Not to mention I'm still in the process of trying to figure out what it is to be me. Besides, it's not like I have the healthiest level of self-confidence at the moment. I am going to a singles thing tomorrow in downtown Denver, but I'm not sure how much I'll enjoy myself. When it comes to the large groups of people, I kind of get timid and it's hard to breathe. I get a little bit claustrophobic. That's one of the things I'm trying to do on myself is be more social. So what better way than to throw yourself in the middle of a metropolitan that's packed with people? Now the problem with the singles event is that the men to women ratio is 3 to 1. So in reality, I'm mostly going because I've never been to the location before. And I would like to write an article for Colorado Plays about the spot that I'm going to. It's all about content at this stage. If I meet somebody, then so be it. If not, then at least I have an article on Monday. So this week I played Virtual Smash on Your Shape Fitness Evolved. And on the second day, my body was super sore, and this is because I stepped up my usual routine of once a day to twice a day for about an hour total throughout the entire day. From the inner parts of my armpits all the way down through my ass. The twisting motion really works out the gore. And to top it all off, my inner thighs were sore as well. This is because of a lot of the crouching and kicking motions that you play in the medium and the hard difficulties. I wanted a game that could put my core to the grind, and this sure as hell is it. It's a fast-paced game, which means you have to move as quickly as possible in order to get higher scores. And because I always like to try to surpass my own abilities, I'm always striving to beat those high scores. And throughout the week I did it several times. But starting tomorrow, I play with wrist weights and ankle weights. And this puts way more effort into your workout. And it might pose a problem. Right now, after 30 minutes, when I walk away from Virtual Smash, I look like I stepped out of a shower. That's how much I'm sweating. Literally soaked from head to toe. And since I have a tendency to push myself far beyond my limits, adding the extra weight might complicate things for me. I just need to be self-aware and realize when I'm pushing myself too hard. And if it comes down that I can't do the same 18 rounds that I've been doing now, I'll go ahead and reduce it. The last thing I want to do is push myself into hypoglycemic shock. It's something I wind up doing far more often than you'd think. I did notice this week that there's a significant difference in the definition of my body. For instance, my abs and obliques are taking shape fairly well, as are my arms, shoulder, and back. In fact, I was blown away yesterday by how solid my chest and my back felt to me when I was getting out of the shower. I can safely say that I've never felt this solid before. And after playing with the weights next week, I can only imagine what it's going to be like on Saturday. I took a before picture at the beginning of the month, and so I'm kind of excited to see what I look like at the end. I'll do a side-by-side comparison and show you on that Friday. Hopefully it's a visible change. I don't want to go through kicking my own ass over this past month just so that there's nothing to see. But from what I can tell in the bathroom mirror, there's a big difference. So I did manage to go down and buy some dumbbells on Tuesday from Walmart. My goal for this next week is that starting tomorrow, I want to be able to lift 10 tons throughout the entire week. Which really isn't a lot when you think about it. After all, 10 reps with 20 pounds will give you 200. So this means I need to do 143 reps every day through various exercises. But since I stagger my workouts throughout the entire day, this just means I need 48 reps per session, because I'll do one at 10, I'll do one at noon, I'll do one at 3:30. This is on top of doing the weighted work with the Xbox Kinect, which is part of why I'm kind of worried about it. I might be overdoing it. But if I feel like it's starting to become a problem, I'll definitely lower it and set lower goals. I don't want to set myself up for failure, and I definitely don't want to visit the emergency room. So my goals for next week? Well, first of all, I'm going to keep trying to drink more water. This is something that's plaguing me throughout the past 2 or 3 weeks now. Technically, it's been plaguing me all my life. Second, I want to lift at least 10 tons this week, and if I can't and I have to adjust it, I will. I'm not going to push myself into having an embolism. And third, reduce the carb intake after 6 p.m. Now, I can still have snacks, I just need to lower how much I'm having at night. Like when you have a couple of Reese's right before bed, it doesn't really bode well. So I need to kind of cut down on the amount of sugars and carbs I have after dinner time. And then we'll see if that makes a difference or not. I'm pretty sure it will. So what are your fitness goals for the week? Leave them in the comments down below. We can compare notes. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. If you want to see more of these, just hit the subscribe button. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do with my channel. Now, I did want to start doing reviews starting on Monday, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to now. And my client wants me to do their videos for WordPress, so I'm going to have to push mine back. Because they're paying me for it, YouTube isn't. But maybe I'll do their videos on Sunday, maybe mine on Monday? I don't know. It's still... That's going to do it for me today, and I'll see you next week.